Bill Gates says he's confident the public will exonerate him of crimes against humanity. With that, giving all praise, first and foremost, to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachak Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom Barakatum. Now you know why we're so confident of who Esau Edom is, who the devil is on the planet, because all of the characteristics the Bible describes about the wicked, okay, who would be in rulership in the end times, they're being personified on a daily basis again. All right. Now the thing I want to highlight here is the level of pride and his confidence in it, right? Why are they so prideful? I read this yesterday, but I'm gonna get it again. It's Psalm 73. Verse 3, it says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked," one of the richest men in the world. Now, everybody would covet the amount of money that he has. Most people would covet the lifestyle that he's able to live, okay? And they strive for that. They hop in this rat race. They work a job. And they're never going to get there because they don't realize, you can't get up to his level with just hard work. You have to know people. And if you don't know people, you got to do something strange to be led into their quote unquote circle. Okay. So they trust you. All right. And what do you got to do to get in that circle? All right. And even still, you're never going to be in the inner circle because they believe in bloodlines, whereas you believe in, last names like Johnson and Jenkins, when they believe in bloodlines and lineages. See, the elites have a whole different mindset. There's no reason to envy these people. All right. And you're never gonna catch them. That's a dream, that's an illusion which he pushed out there. All right, so this guy's got to go. Verse 4, "For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm." He was able to go around the world, okay, and do things to millions of people, kids and everything, with no repercussions, under the guise of philanthropy. Okay, under the guise of humanitarianism. All right, it says they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. So this is why he's confident, and more than likely he's going to get off, just like Dr. Fauci. Okay, he got a pardon going all the way back to 2014. Why does this happen? Why is there such a double standard for justice for a particular group of people? Okay, why? The Bible explains all of these things, but see, the Christians and everybody else so busy trying to save the so-called white man, all right, that you don't realize he's the people that the Most High has the most issue with. Okay, when the Lord gets back, that's the first order of business, is to deal with these people, man. Okay, that's the first order of business. Okay, to check them. All right, it says, "Therefore pride compassed them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment." Okay, so when it says on the headline, "Bill Gates confident the public will exonerate him of crimes against humanity," this is why the scriptures say that. That's why we say this describes him to a T. Okay, and I'm going to get more precepts to outline this. It says, "Facing growing international outrage, Bill Gates has arrogantly waved off damning accusations of side of the Geno variety." If you can piece together what I'm saying here. Okay, it says, "Ignoring documented evidence that links his so-called health initiatives to the deaths of millions of children." Okay? See, he always leads with, "I'm trying to help." But what does it say in Psalm 55? I'll get it real quick. Psalm 55 and 21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." And the swords are more than just metal blades. Okay, it could be weaponry. Okay, it could be cell phones. That can be a weapon. It can be chemicals. That can be a weapon. All right. And he used all manner of things to weaponize, okay? Because that is his blessing, okay? He doesn't have integrity. He doesn't have raw creativity or strength Okay, his strength comes from his blessing, which is the sword. Okay, that's how he subjugated everybody. As a matter of fact, that's why the scriptures are going to say in Isaiah 14, verse 14, and Isaiah 14 and 16, it says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. Okay, means squinting through their eyes, like it says, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Why do you think it says that? Because the actual person is frail. How did he get so much power? The sword. Okay? The sword. That's why he's so powerful. Okay? And where can you read about that? This is Genesis 27 and 40. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So this is the blessing that Isaac gave Esau. By the sword you shall live. Okay? So this is why, when you go to Revelation 6 and 4, it says, and there went out another horse that was red. Where can you pair up the color red to? What does red mean? What does Edom mean? Edom means red. Okay? And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Okay, so the Lord gave him this. That's why he's in rulership. Okay, this is why the scriptures call him the basest of men. Yet he's going to rule and have an entire kingdom, the entire earth on lock. Okay. And it's not just, again, you know, tempered steel that's sharpened. Okay, it goes into all manner of things. Okay. It says in Daniel, the children knowledge shall increase. Okay. That word knowledge goes into the word science. Okay, and they have a lot of things that they at their disposal that they can use and have been using, okay, to destroy the earth and the people. All right. It says, when questioned in the article, it says, when questioned about Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s specific and detailed accusations, Gates told the Wall Street Journal that he's prepared to let the public decide. Okay, he has no intention of letting the public decide. Okay. You know, they buy the media. Okay, that's what MSNBC is. Okay, what is MSNBC? MSNBC is a media organization that was bought by Microsoft, which was his company. Okay, you have NBC Universal, but then you have MSNBC. The MS in front of NBC is Microsoft. Okay, so they buy the media. Okay. And they spin their own narratives, okay? So you can say, I'm going to let the public decide, but then he's going to put somebody in a suit on television to go be his mouthpiece, okay? To try to sway public opinion. This is his playbook. This is how he operates, all right? Because he has no intention on serving any kind of jail time. Even if you manage to get enough heathen riled up to convict him, he's not going to serve any jail time, man. You think Ghislaine Maxwell is in jail right now? You know? They may show you a video of her, you know, every several months or so, or once a year. But she's not locked up, man. Come on. It says the self-appointed globalist, health czar, and demic whisperer continues to raise eyebrows with his statements about an impending health emergency. So he's telling you something is coming, just like he was back in 2019, telling you something is coming. How does he know? Huh? How does he know this? And he's went all over the place, man. West Africa, other parts of Africa, India. Okay, he jacked a lot of people up. This is Zechariah chapter 11. Verse 4, it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, okay, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty." Okay, they're our possessors. They own us, man. Okay, but it's only for a temporary time, you know, because the Lord gave Jacob a blessing as well. Okay, I'll go, as a matter of fact, I'll hop back to that just to make that point. I know I'm hopping a lot. Because they are our possessors. Let me see. Let me go to Jacob's blessing. See, where is it? Which verse is that? Let me see, hold on. Oh, I'm thinking about a different verse. I'm thinking about the blessing of Judah when it speaks about his yoke being broken off of his neck. All right, I'll find it in another one. I'll find it later. Salakia. Let me go back. This is Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. It says, "Who possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty." That's this guy. "And they say, and they that sell them be blessed." It says, "And they that sell them, blessed be the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not." All right, because the niggas that sold us into slavery, they had no pity. All right, and they're reserved for judgment, man. Okay, the Lord does not forget. I don't care how many lifetimes has passed by. You sell your own brother into slavery. Okay, that's an egregious thing. That alone, all right, is worthy of capital punishment. Okay. It says, "For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, but lo, I will deliver the men, every one into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king. And they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them." All right. So y'all are gonna get jacked up by the kings that you in the states that you live in. You know. Let's go back and see what else they got in this article. All right. It says his insistence that the world remains absolutely not prepared has sparked skepticism from critics who note that Gates has been a central figure in shaping pandemic policies and profiting handsomely from them while failing to inspire trust. Yes, he did. He made $500,000 off of one product. I can't say what it is. One product on Wall Street. He just flipped it, and then as soon as he made that money and cashed out, he started speaking against it. You see? It says blaming political divisions and what describes as a lack of consensus on the tools needed for preparedness. Gates remarked, "People, rather than having a consensus, Salaki, about what tools are missing, are mostly still replaying the various mistakes that were made. Many have questioned if Gates' vision for consensus simply means centralized control in the hands of global elite." That's exactly what it is. Okay? These people they're not normal people, okay? I'll get this and I'll end it. I'm going 14:444. Call Allah Yahweh Shai. Okay, you got to realize that the mindset of these people are not normal. Habakkuk 2:4, it says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not of right in him, but the just shall live by his faith." So he's just not right. The spirit in him is not right. There's no environment or condition or amount of wrong or right doing that will compel him to be righteous, okay? It says verse 5, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. This is why he's in Africa. This is why he's in India. Okay, he's in South America, meddling, doing things. What is he doing? Okay? Why is he not doing it on his own people or trying it out? Because he already knows what he's doing is spurting, death. Okay? It says, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. So this is why he got 50 billion and wasn't satisfied. He got 100 billion and wasn't satisfied. He got 200 billion. He's still not satisfied. Okay? Because the money is not going to satiate this guy. Okay? It says, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Okay? So nothing is enough. As the scriptures say, what is that? Proverbs 4 and 14, enter not in the path of the wicked and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass by it, turn away from it, pass away, for they sleep not except they have done mischief. Okay? So there's no amount of billions or trillions of dollars that's gonna satiate these people, okay? It says, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. That's what gets them off, okay? You can't do nothing with a Jeffrey Dahmer type that gets a hard on from seeing blood. Okay? There's one remedy for it, and that remedy is on the way. Okay, the Lord is sending his son to dead all of this, man. And we'll be out of here soon. Lord's will. Alright? Anyway, I'll end it there. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rachak B'Dah Shalom.